lot of other great Americans. You know, today's Veterans Day, and Veterans Day is the day that we honor those that have served. But it wouldn't be right to not start to talk a little bit about those that are serving today. You know, when I joined the Air Force back 33 years ago, it was a very different world than it is today. We were in the middle of the Cold War, and we had one enemy, basically, the Soviet Union. A few of you probably remember that. But today, it's a very, very dynamic and changing environment, and we have young Americans serving our country, protecting our freedoms all over the world. Let me give you a couple examples. We have men and women in Afghanistan that are helping the Afghans to take control back over their own country. Every day, Special Operations Forces are on the ground supporting them, and my fellow airmen are in the skies providing them with either observation or actually providing protection in terms of weapons down to the ground. In Iraq, fighting the terrorist group ISIL, which was something we never even knew about 2 years ago. We have many, many drones that are flying and being flown 24/7, 365 days a year by young airmen that are in the country or right here in the United States. And then whenever the world needs help, who do they turn to? USA. They turn to the United States, and oftentimes to my U.S. Air Force. In fact, about 2 years ago, many of you remember there was an Ebola breakout in Africa. How many of you remember the Ebola breakout? Well, the United States Air Force flew over 2,000 tons of materials, medical supplies, food, shelter into Africa, and over 1,000 medical airmen, doctors, nurses, technicians, who flew in there, putting themselves in harm's way. When everyone else was running away from the Ebola, they went. And as a result of their efforts, we saved what could have been an international pandemic of Ebola. And to tell you just how proud I am to continue to be able to serve and to be one of their leaders. I'm the commander of Air Force Materiel Command, which means that there's about 80,000 people in Air Force Materiel Command, and we have about a $60 billion a year budget. So I just wish I could get a little bit of the loose change out of that. But what we do is we provide all of the equipment, we provide all the airplanes, all the weapons, all of the food. We actually have the services that are provided by us. And so all those things I described, none of them happen in the Air Force without the men and women of Air Force Materiel Command, many of which that are serving right here in the Miami Valley. All of the weapons that we talk about, when you see the drones on TV or the bombers that you see performing, all of them were actually developed here in the Miami Valley. So I don't know how many of you realize just how important Dayton and this area is to our national defense. So it's very special to be able to recognize the veterans that are here.